This model kit review is of the Ducati 916 motorcycle. It is a 1/12 scale model by Tamiya. We've got some nice box art here, and gives you some of the features of this model here. There are the dimensions there. Some other pictures of the bike. And that's the inside, showing you some of the details. Okay, well, let's have a look and see what we've got inside. Okay, so let's have a look at this one first here. We've got a whole bag of little pieces and bits and so on. We've got 2 tires, nice and flexible. We've got some brake lines, a little screwdriver in there, a whole bunch of screws. I don't want to take it apart now. I'm sure I'm going to lose some of these pieces. Lots of screws, both small and large. We've also got a central spring there. There's the spring, probably for our suspension. And a brass coupler there. Okay, this gray sprue here. This is typical Tamiya quality. Look at that. Phenomenal detail. The molding quality is amazing. Here's our bike frame. We've got our brakes. Here are our wheels. Look at the detail here of this chain. All these different parts for the frame. Exhaust parts, engine parts. Here are the handles with brakes. Absolutely phenomenal. Suspension parts there. Absolutely incredible. Okay, we've got here's the cowling and front of the bike there. Interesting how they molded that together. The mold must have come together like that. And here's the main part of the bike, rear part of the bike here with our fuel tank, both sides there. That's our mud guard radiator. Okay, we've got chrome parts here, also beautifully molded. Unfortunately, they molded that one to the side rather than the back, so when you cut it off you can have a bald spot there. We've got some mirrors, and this is our fork here, exhaust parts, and the top of the fork there, beautifully molded. Okay, over here we've got one of our seats, and some more engine parts there, side mirrors. We've got some glass, nice clear glass with some light parts there. Okay, if we can get this one open, there we go. Last we've got all the engine parts here, the bulk of the engine, intake and so on, battery. Absolutely phenomenal, this molding quality. Okay, here we have our decals, nicely printed there. And then lastly we're going to do our instructions. So here is the painting guide. So some details there. Painting and decal guide. And it kind of gives you the paint numbers as you go. Here's some details here about this bike. And we've got the very long instruction booklets. Those are all the colors needed there. Quite a few of them. So we start off with the swing arm and the that'll be the rear axle. Okay, then we start to build the engine there. And then we install the engine on the frame, as well as the swing arm. Next we put together the exhaust. And our rear wheel and tire. Don't forget the brake lines there. Some additional engine parts like the oil cooler there. And what's very nice is they've got a kickstand there, and probably going to move because you've got a nice little metal screw there. Okay, additional parts on the side there as well as a radiator. Okay, now we start to put together the front wheel there and the fork. Here's an engine stand, sorry, a bike stand if you do want to use that. I think that's nice because it does allow it to stand upright. We've got some headlights there. There's our instrument panel, and then handlebars, everything going together with additional brake tubing for that. Now we're putting together the cowling, and the front cowl goes on, and then we attach that all to the bike. Okay, now we're going to put on our side mirrors there, and blinkers, and all the extra pieces on the back. There's a list of parts that are not used. And your bike should be finished. So, all in all, that is an amazing model. Another beautiful model by Tamiya, and typical Tamiya quality.